Good morning, everyone. We have a couple of really sweltering days ahead of us. I slept like a baby. Which always showed me. My face is still waking up. Swelter 104 one day. I think it's even more another day. That's with the humidity, I think. And had a great day yesterday with the children. I'm having them, all of them, every day, and two have been sick. They're fine again now. One of them's still struggling with the nose a little bit, but doesn't seem to slow her down though. So we had a couple of little kites that I found at my other daughter's house, little dollar ones, nothing special, but there's a nice open area right here. And so we flew kites yesterday, and so funny. So I asked all of them while I was putting them together, and when it comes to things like this, I actually do read the instructions. Oh, not that hard to do. Oh, you can make mistakes there too. Yeah. That's, as I said, when it comes to stuff like that, gotta follow instructions. Anyway, they were put together really good, and then they went out, and I asked all of them, I said, we only had two of the four children. So who's flown a kite before? Yeah, I have. One of the boys said, yeah. Okay, so here you go, here's one, and then I gave my oldest granddaughter the other one. So the girls had one together, and the boys had one together. It worked out very well that way. Boys couldn't get theirs up. I said, I thought you said you knew how to fly a kite. I said, we got plenty of wind. This is not a difficult kite to get up into the air. I flew kites when I was young. I loved it. Anyway, so I had to go and show them. I said, I thought you knew how. I said, that's why I gave you the kite, so you could teach the ones that didn't know. So I said, you don't really know, huh? Okay. Well, anyway, right? It's one of those things where I have to say, oh, okay. It's amazing on how all day long I feel like not just having fun with them, I'm teaching them as well, right? Anyway, we flew the kites, and my granddaughter got it really, really high up. So if you get it really, really high up, then when it kind of comes diving, if that happens, right? Oh, there's a roof. Oh, there's a tree. Oh, there's the power lines. Guys, watch out. Didn't get stuck. And the little one in the end really enjoyed it as well. Well, anyway, it's fun. Fun to fly kites. And the boys got it eventually too. Had to go show them. Look, this one holds that thing, and you give string when it's needed. The other one's flying the kite. Move with the wind. Don't fight the wind. Find the wind. Work with the wind. It's great. It's really great. And then we put the pool back out. It's here again. I have to take it down every night. Yeah, for the grass to recuperate. It doesn't. So be it. But I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So if the grass still doesn't, it's not my problem. I'm not going to keep the kids from having fun in this pool. This pool's been great. They come up with all kinds of things. And again, there I am sitting too, and then they start playing again. They say, Rosie, can you rate our jumps? Sure, And that's so much fun. Oh my gosh. And what they come up, you should see the basement here. Oh my god. They've built a fort. Again, one for the boys and one for the girls. Half of the basement is just covered in blankets and sheets. Amazing. And what is it with children wanting to do that? I remember we did that as children. My siblings and I, or I did. Oh, when there was snow, I would go out and build an igloo. Yes, sure did. And then I'd be carrying out my baby and my little doll and all certain other things into our igloo. In Switzerland, here is you get snow and it'll last for a week or so. Maybe if it lasts that long, definitely don't have that much to build an igloo. But in Switzerland, it's a little different. The snow lasts for a long, long time. So my igloo would last for at least 3 or 4 weeks, depending, right? Anyway, and my children did the same thing. Oh, dear. When they come to the farm too, I say my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, she just loves building forts and homes and this and that and inside a home. Yes. Ah. Oh, how much? No money. You can have so much fun with all them children with very little money. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that it's big enough here. They got room to run. My daughter had been going to work for the last 3 days, so we didn't have to be so quiet, or rather, certain places in the area or certain times when she has meetings and stuff like that online. So they could just scream and holler, and I bet the whole neighborhood heard us. And last night, you think it's done, right? Here's 6 o'clock comes around. Of course, sun's still in the sky here, and still warm outside, but not as hot anymore. And here they come with the pipes. Guess was that after dinner? That was after dinner. That was after dinner. Crazy. Can we go behind the house, up the hill, and then go all the way down this hill and that hill too? It's all on the grass. I said, that's my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, my grandson. I said, yeah, go right ahead. And I was watching right here. All right, I thought both of them little daredevils. I went, hey, it's all grass. I'm going, well, what could happen? Broken arm? Oh, okay. Nobody wants a broken arm, right? Or for the children to have one, but they were so into it. I said, go ahead, let me see you come down one time. Man, they came down and I'm watching. I'm going, looks like they got their bikes pretty well under control, so can we go again? I said, yeah, go ahead. I wonder how many times they're going to go up and down. That's a pretty long hill here. I wonder how many times they're going to go up and down with their bikes like this. Had to push them all the way back up. Twice. They were done. Now what if I just said no? Because I'm a little worried, right? But I looked at the terrain. This is so open. The grass here is like a big old carpet, soft to fall on. No trees in the way, and so, why not, right? Yes, they were happy. Then they all piled in, and when I went to visit guys, I am so tired. I was tired from the heat, and, 4 children, that are all of them so active, right? Yes. Rosie, I'm hungry. Well, let me see, what time is it, right? Did you eat everything at lunch? Or breakfast? Okay, well, you know what? I think it's still sitting up there. You could go finish that up until the next meal. I said, well, then you're not that hungry, right? Okay, all right. So I was tired. I said, guys, I'm going to bed. My bedtime was 2 hours ago. And I said, what? That's 7 o'clock. I said, no, 6 o'clock. And they all came and piled in. So what are we going to watch? I already knew I was going to just snooze off. So let's see. What do you guys want? We want SpongeBob. I'm going, oh my God. Oh, dear me. What? SpongeBob? Yeah. Then all right. So they watched SpongeBob. And everybody fell asleep. I think my daughter came down and got the other 2 eventually. I didn't even hear her or anything, and leave or nothing. So it was a great day. Today's going to be another hot day, so I have to be really careful that I make sure that they drink enough Yes. Everybody will be a water bottle assigned to. Not. They got good water here. Everybody gets their own canteen. They've got a whole bunch of these kind of things here, see? And everybody gets one, and then I have to remember to, come on guys, yeah, I know you're playing. Let's keep hydrated. Yep, another great day. My time here's just flying by. All right. Talked enough about myself, right? Oh, one little thing I wanted to mention. I just started watching something. So five things that you are a person of discernment, that you kind of have the gift of discernment. Okay, I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. Let's go see what that's about. First thing the guy starts out with, the example is, you know, you could be a person who, when you see someone, you immediately know what they are about, and you discern certain things about them, and I listen and I'm going, huh? Now, I feel I'm a pretty good judge of character, but the thing is, what I've also learned in my life now, as old as I am, that I've been often wrong. Yeah, I have. I had to learn about discernment of others, for example, that you can often be wrong. I don't think that I don't think anybody can judge a book by its cover. You can't. You cannot. You have to know something. You have to read some parts of it. I used to, as a child, and as I got older, certain books, I start the first 10 pages, and I go, then I read the last 10 pages. And I felt, that's all I need to read about this book. I pretty much know, because I read so much, right? Yes? I kind of knew what happened in the book. Didn't need to read the whole book. But I had to read some of the book to know something. At least to know, I probably don't want to read this whole book, right? Yes? Or I do want to read the whole book now. So when people out there, and this was a Christian man, want to give advice out there like that, or you could be one of those people who has that gift of discernment or whatever. That's a special gift. Yeah, beware with that special gift. If you think you have it, I feel he started that out completely wrong. And so I just watched the first 3 or 4 minutes and went, oh, sorry, you already lost me. Yeah, you started out on the wrong foot with this one. I learned that you really have to have some good talks with a person. Yes? See if they open up to you. Yes? To find out what the person is truly like. So there it is. Yep. That was my discernment on that video. Okay. We are in a new book, y'all. So glad to be out of Judges. I wanted to mention just one more thing about the book of Judges and the way that I read that and gave my 2 cents to it. Now, people out there, some people think that would be it would be a good idea to start pointing the fingers at the Israelites now, or this or that, or at Israel, or the people of Israel. That's not why I read this book, or the Bible, and then in a way that I, discern things after reading. Many of the problems that I'm finding, and many of the things I'm going, what the heck did the Israelites do? And what does that actually have to do with God? I see that all around the world. Again, but what did I start out with? Don't judge a book by its cover. And that in many ways, that it probably shows us more than anything that you've got to be clear where you stand when it comes to God, if you are a believer, right? Yes? Anyway, and that the whole world is involved, has been involved even at that time. But God could have easily chosen what? Another people at that time, right? And would things have been different? I don't know. So it is an example on how people is supposed to work together and how things can go really, really wrong. And on how God gets pulled into these things. Then if someone reads this goes, oh, what? God's like that? I don't think it has anything to do with God. You see what happens? All right. Okay, just saying. But every nation has things that need to be restored, including Israel. The book of Ruth. We're in the book of Ruth. Ruth is not part of the Deuteronomic history, but is a tale of family loyalty. A tale. A tale? It's a tale. What's a tale? Oh, probably written circa 800 years before Christ, though possibly some centuries later, possibly hundreds of years later. It is inserted here because the loyalty of Ruth, the foreigner, enables her to become the ancestress of David. So it's a tale. We don't know when it happened. Now, if it was written 800 years before Christ or centuries later and enabled her to become the ancestress of David, then that had to be at the time of David. And when was that? I don't know. Oh, I have a book at home that tells me everything about that, but I don't have it here. And I don't think it says anything in this Bible about it. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, there is something here. Micah. Okay. That David was from 1010 to 970. 1010 to 970. How can you write a story? Oh, 800 would be a couple hundred years later, 130 years later or more. Okay, all right. Let's just keep reading here. Okay, the book of Ruth. Super chapter Ruth and Naomi. 1. In the days when the judges were governing, a famine occurred in the country. I was done with the judges. I'm tired of the judges. A famine occurred in the country, and a certain man from Bethlehem of Judah went, he, his wife, and his 2 sons, to live in the plains of Moab. The man was called Elimelech, his wife Naomi, and his 2 sons Mahlon and Chilion. They were Ephrathites from Bethlehem of Judah. That was also the tribe that went and did what? Oh, they went up against the Benjaminites. Going to the plains of Moab, they settled there. Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she and her 2 sons were left. These married Moabite women. One was called Orpah and the other Ruth. They lived there for about 10 years. Mahlon and Chilion then both died too. And Naomi was thus bereft of her 2 sons and her husband. She then decided to come back from the plains of Moab with her daughters-in-law, having heard in the plains of Moab that God had visited his people and given them food. So with her daughters-in-law she left the place where she was living, and they took the road back to Judah. Sure, they had children. How many children did they have? Naomi said to her two daughters-in-law, "Go back, each of you, to your mother's house." Oh. "May Yahweh show you faithful love, as you have done to those who have died, and to me. Yahweh grant that you may each find happiness with a husband." She then kissed them, but they began weeping loudly, and said, "No, we shall go back with you to your people." "Go home, daughters," Naomi replied. "Why come with me? Have I any more sons in my womb to make husbands for you? Go home, daughters, go, for I am now too old to marry again. Even if I said, I still have hope, I shall take a husband this very night, and shall bear more sons, would you be prepared to wait for them until they were grown up? Would you refuse to marry for their sake? No, daughters, I am bitterly sorry for your sakes that the hand of Yahweh should have been raised against me." Yeah, even the women thought that way. They started weeping loudly all over again. Orpah then kissed her mother-in-law and went back to her people, but Ruth stayed with her. Naomi then said, "Look, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her God." Oh, to her God. "Go home too, follow your sister-in-law." But Ruth said, "Do not press me to leave you and stop going with you, for wherever you go I shall go, wherever you live I shall live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Where you die I shall die, and where I shall be buried. Let Yahweh bring unnameable ills on me, and worse ills too, if anything but death should part me from you." Oh. Seeing that Ruth was determined to go with her, Naomi said no more. The two of them went until they came to Bethlehem. Their arrival set the whole town astir, and the women said, "Can this be Naomi?" To this she replied, "Do not call me Naomi, call me Mara, for Shaddai has made me my lot bitter. I departed full, and Yahweh has brought me home empty. Why then call me Naomi? Since Yahweh has pronounced against me, and Shaddai has made me wretched." Yahweh, Shaddai, okay. Two different ones that have what? One has power over good, the other one has power over bad. I have no idea. That's an odd one. This was how Naomi came home with her daughter-in-law, Ruth the Moabitess. On returning from the plains of Moab, they arrived in Bethlehem in the beginning of the barley harvest. This is starting out really nice, actually. Ooh, don't get too excited, Daniela. I know, but it is kind of neat. Again, except for don't judge a book by its cover. Here's Naomi. Okay, who wouldn't be sad to lost her husband, lost her sons, right? And again, where is the... Okay, so they moved off, right? Probably looking for greener pastures somewhere. I don't know what they moved off with. Right? Animals, this, that. How well were they off, when it comes to materialistic stuff and all that? I don't know. But they moved off from the tribe of Judah, sounds like, and went somewhere else. Also, maybe Elimelech didn't like what was going on with the Israelites. Said, I got to get away from this. I'm not happy with how things are going. I got to get away so I can follow God. So I can follow my true God. Right? Maybe, it doesn't say. It's just a tale. Let's take it as it is. And, people get sick or hurt or this or that. So anyway, he passes away. It doesn't say how he died. It doesn't say how his sons died. Both of them died also, right around the same time. And so here she is, Naomi, the mother and the wife, and she's a little bitter now, Says, what am I doing here by myself now? I have no They had no servants or this or that. I don't know. So no men folk around. I have no idea. Were there children? Sounds like there were no more children. Neither of the daughter-in-laws had any children. They were there for a number of years. It sounds like, again, it's a tale. Okay. Oh, and then instead of, what really surprises me again, how are these people guided by the Levites and how happy were they right from the beginning with God, with our Father in heaven? Not really happy. We already know that. They like to complain and lament more than anything else. And she wants to send the daughters-in-law back home. My feeling is those daughters-in-laws going back home after being married, this and that at that time. That's it. You get attacked. the Israelites that decide to attack the Moabites, right? They already know, well, we've been married, we've had relations with a man, and we're going to be killed. Right there. How do you think of it? Those tales surely have circulated at that time, right? Yes? Anyway, so the one daughter said, okay, I'll go. But Ruth, no, no. It's almost as if Ruth, in a way, she has found what she was looking for. She sees the true God and wants to be a part of it. So now, what am I going to concentrate on? That she is becoming a part of Israel, a part of the people that is supposed to follow God, God's guidance, God's laws. Yes, and she is. Right? Honor thy father and mother. Yes, she's married into another family. She has a father-in-law, a mother-in-law, and she's honoring. Her father-in-law is gone, spirit world, but she's honoring her mother-in-law, not leaving you alone. You're going to need someone to take care of you that's been with you. You don't know how you're going to be received by your people. People are happy to see her. Right? I guess we'll find out how Ruth was embraced by the people of Israel. Interesting. That's a good start. I'm kind of happy. Okay. What else is coming up? Have faith, Danielle. You haven't read the book yet. There you go. What am I doing right now? This guy said in the video about discernment that, so here, right, I'm discerning a book ahead of time. Okay, I read the first part of it. I'm very hopeful, right, for the good parts to continue, to really find a person that has that integrity. It talks about loyalty of Ruth. So far, right? Yes? Okay, why is she so loyal? It doesn't say. It doesn't say anything about the family she came from. I made kind of a discernment. She might not want to go back knowing how the Israelites are when they're not happy with someone and start to attack them. She wouldn't make it. She's not a virgin anymore. And not that young. Oh, okay. But it doesn't say. My discernment could be completely wrong. Ruth might turn out to be a really amazing human being. Yes? So we'll have to find out. I hope I'm wrong. Okay. About it's going to get worse. I'm going to have to go again. Huh? What? It's a tale. So, it's a tale. It's a tale. A tale tells me that it's may have some kernels of truth in it, right? Taken little bits from certain things that were true, but most of it is made up. A few, most likely Ruth did end up with the Israelites some way, in some form, right? And then there was, she ended up there and sounds like became some important person, or at least as he mentioned in the Bible. Hello, right? And everything else around it has just been filled in. The story's being made into a story otherwise, a tale, right? So we'll find out. So what else is a tale in this book? What is the truth? What is actually God's truth? call it the Word of God. The whole thing, right? Yes? Is it? Or is it for us to discern what the Word of God in there really is and really gain clarity and stop being so influenced by others? Get to know God. Restore God's reputation. Just wait until we get to the book of Revelations. I do believe that's a total fairy tale. Oh, but no, I do believe that's a total fairy tale. No idea who came up with that one, but I have no doubt that at that time they had certain drugs too. No doubt. Misuse of love and the misuse of good medicine, drugs, plants, or no, thousands and thousands and thousands of years old. Did you guys know that I think it was the Qing dynasty, the last dynasty in China, fell because of drugs, because of opium? Did you know that? Yeah, go read up on it. Very interesting. Oh, interestingly enough, the import of it. All right, Danielle, it started out good. Right? I want it to be a good book. Right, number one, it's about Ruth, a woman. Yes, I'm partial to women. Look, you don't like it, well, that's too bad. Right? Yes. And I like to see a woman do some really good things here. Or follow God. Really, truly. Must have been difficult at that time. When I hear the concerns and the lament that Naomi has. That women at that time, or at least within the Israelites, the women were really under the yoke of the men, right? Yes? You can hear that out of Naomi, 100%. Anyway. So there it is. I hear a train. It was quiet, I think, when I started out. I don't know now. I was paying too much attention. I saw a whole bunch of birds fly by. And now it isn't just sunrise. I can't remember that other word. I'm thinking about it. It's also the beginning of human life out there this morning. About this time, it all starts. I can suddenly hear now the cars and the noise, lots of noise. At the farm, it's not like that. Yeah. The noisiest thing there is when a helicopter flies overhead. They have a military base there somewhere, so you see a military helicopter every once in a while, and then they have the hospital has a landing pad. So that's about it. Otherwise, it's really, really quiet there. Sunrise or sunset. Here. It's different. Yeah. All right, I gotta get ready for another big day with the children. Fun day. Fun-filled day. Lots of talking and guiding and teaching. It's an all-day thing. I don't know how anybody out there that has children. I know that I saw that with my own children as well. But then I homeschooled as well. Okay, maybe that's part of it. I don't see how you can do anything else. When you have children, you take care of them. How can you do anything else? Right? That's all you do. I remember when I had my children, busy all day long with them, I never sat down. I remember that, hardly even to eat. And then in the evening, once they were all in bed, my children went to bed at a decent time, okay? Then I would take time for myself. Doing what? I had a little sewing business. Did that for a long time, right? So I sewed clothes, quilted clothes for babies and stuff. Oh, they were so cute. Always. Go, get up, go, 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 go. My children, of course, were up by 6 o'clock. If they got up at 7 o'clock, I thought, oh, gotta go check and see if something's wrong. We were very consistent, getting up between 6 and 7, though. 6 o'clock. And that's when they started with my children. Go, 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 all day long. Then in the evening, I had a little time to, yeah. I remember just for, gosh, 30, 40 years, just falling into bed, totally tired, out. As soon as my head would hit the pillow, I was gone. Oh, did great. I had the energy, a younger body, and now yeah. What did I say in the beginning? Yeah, these children tucker me out, but I'm constantly giving instructions and guidance. So they learn to really play. 4 children in this little pool. Can you imagine? Then they do the, okay, you can pass her, but you can't touch her. Don't, no shoving, no pushing. All right, let's get excited. Oh, yep, Rosie, yep. Constantly. Rosie, can we do this? And I said, yeah, you can, but, and then I still watch my, hey, what did I tell you? All day long. I'm giving instructions and guidance to these children. Yes? Yeah. And they play really well, this, that. Yeah, okay. Now, what do you think God is doing? Doesn't he do the same every day? Okay. Every day and every night. Right? In some places on earth it is daytime when we have nighttime, right? And vice versa. All day long, God's trying to give people instructions and guidance. Yes, you can do that. But. Yeah. And why? So other people don't get hurt. Other people get a turn. Other people have enough as well. Yes, are taken care of. You're taken care of. Yes? Huh? Let's end with this one. I saw a post of a friend. I'm going to see how many friends I have, and I know I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, but I know it's probably going to hurt my feelings. I'm going, why would you do it? Was my first, why would you do it? Right? And it's about, I want to see how many friends I have, so say hello or whatever, and then copy and paste it. Don't share it. Copy and paste it, to your, I'm going, well, I could say hi to you and say, hey, yoo-hoo, here I am, I think of you, I pray for you, this, that. But then why do I have to repost and copy and repost it? Why would I want to figure out, what does she start out with? Or what does the post, she didn't write it. She copied it, reposted it. She didn't write that. Right? But it starts out with, I probably shouldn't be doing this because it's going to hurt my feelings. Okay, then why do you want me to do it? You want me to find, I could just say hello to you. Why don't you just say, guys, I'm feeling a little down, please give me a little encouragement today. And then find out how many friends you got out there, right? That would actually care. But this post, it's like, why would you want me to repost that? Copy and repost that. Not even share it. I don't know why not share it. Why would you want me to do that? You want me to figure out it? You want my feelings to get hurt? Pretty sure yours are going to get hurt. You want mine to get hurt? That's an odd one. Are people not realizing what they're asking other people to do and what for? And again, from the guidance from whom? As I said, that was not her who wrote that. It came from somebody else. What kind of guidance is that? Yeah, you see? Yeah, yeah. So I read it and gone, well, good luck with that one, right? It's too bad that that's what you're doing, or have been pulled into. Yes. Yeah. It doesn't take much discernment to read something like that and go, okay, so you're not you had a bad day, but why should I have? Oh, you're expecting to have a bad day after the experiment is over, right? Seeing how many friends you got who are going to respond. Right? Why would you want me to have a bad day with that too? Maybe after the experiment is over. Or should I come back to you and say, oh, I had about 120 friends more than you that came back and did that. What is that? As I said, it's a weird one. All right. Okay, that's all I have to share this morning. It's quiet still. Nobody has come to. Huh? Yes, they're kind of nice. Want to drink another cup of coffee? We have a robin that's been coming by. God's love and blessings always may He protect you, and I will talk to you all another time.